in length on average. And I'm told 5 inches is a good average jump. Anyways, directly in front of us is Vietnam. My favorite actor, Samuel L. Jackson, was jumping up and down screaming on those rocks. All those sticks were on fire. There's a whole forest behind him, and there's water in the front. This is from Kong, Skull Island. Samuel Jackson played Colonel Packer, who ordered his men to pour napalm into the water. The reason why he was screaming is they were laying a trap. They had hoped that King Kong would hear him yelling all kinds of obscenities and arrive and wade in the water to kill him. At that point, he was going to throw torches at him and burn him alive. Because he was tired of that monkey-flying gorilla killing his monkey-flying men. They're a fascinating animal because they're self-shearing sheep. I don't know if you see the bull with the black face and the white. He's got a little brown patch on his back. So what happens is when a wool gets into about 4 to 5 inches thick, the whole thing just slides off. No cutting, no clipping, no buzzing, no shearing. Self-shearing sheep, kind of like the American buffalo. But as you can look around at the outside and feel the temperature here, what would a Hawaiian want with wool? Nothing really. Meat, on the other hand, is a whole different story. I mentioned before, I come from farmers. These animals fascinate. On the left-hand side, we have survivors from Thanksgiving over here.
They're
surrounded by
ostriches.
That's right. We have a very old brand of chocolate. We have 6,000 of these trees on the property, and for 3 years now we're making candy bars. Our candy bars give us 3 flavors: milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and coffee. We grow coffee here, and we ground roasted beans, grind them up, and mix it into chocolate.
We should get some chocolate.
So all that at the marketplace. You guys want to try it out? We go in our agriculture center here, non-GMO fruit plants and vegetables that we sell and distribute, and this weird-looking tentacle alien cactus plant right over here. We have ginger on the ground. We have white albino pterodactyls, and beyond the chicken over there, we have more of that weird-looking tentacle alien cactus. These are dragon fruit plants, by the way. Produce a beautiful pink and purple pod, which is delicious. Next time you guys go to Starbucks, you know the dragon fruit berry refresher. It comes from these plants, and I'm told to show these plants come to us from outer space. We're going to leave this area behind, and we're going to go back to Costa Rica, pick around here. We're going to go past the statue from Papa Nui. I saw that in the museum, Ronald Williams, there's one in the movie, and I believe the line was, "Dum-dum, you give me the gum-gum."
Yep.
Alrighty. Now,
Dum-dum, no gum.
keep on left. This is the shot right here from Jurassic World. Now, if you guys called it a Pinsgauer Jeep outside the museum, congratulations. That's the actual Jeep that drove through this field. Back when they were making this movie, all we offered for tours were horseback, we had quad motorcycles, and a fleet of 16 Jeeps. Producer asked us to borrow a Jeep, we said sure. They put a coat of paint, stickers, and a row of lights, and for a day and a half drove it back and forth in the field right here. The mountain in the background had the monorail train right over there. Chris Pratt, who played On, had to run through this field dodging lava falling from the sky, evading a stampede of dinosaurs behind him. And watch out for plankton rolling around in the one remaining gyrosphere before they go off the cliff to the ocean. You guys remember that scene? Take a look. This is it, baby, right here. Watch the movie. It's amazing what they did here. Now, to shoot the scene that Owen rented over here, you see what I just did? See how fast I was going through this field right here? You know they clocked me over 65 miles an hour in the last 2 takes? Suck on that, Tom Cruise. And he came back and he did it again. So he had to run from here to there, from there to here, from the statue to the hill, from the hill to the statue. Every time they did action, he had to run through this field like his life depended on it, take after take after take, and dodge imaginary things that are not here. Ain't that crazy? The 7 Jurassic Park movies have been released so far, only 3 were filmed here. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and Fallen Kingdom. The scene those filmed here was the day after the hurricane. Dr. Alan Grant and the Hammond grandchildren were walking through the field right here. And as they walk through the field, they look up on that hilltop, they see dinosaurs coming over the top. They went over that patch of red dirt, go down the hill behind that tree, swing around the tree where the cows are, go into the ravine, come over the top. Dr. Alan Grant and the children in the field, they run toward the kids. The boy goes, "They're flocking this way!" So they run from there all the way across the field, right in front of the bus, and dive under the logs here. While they're under the logs, the riverbed where the tree line is, the T-Rex bursts through from the bushes, scoops up back Alamine, missing piece it right there where that young lady is, right in front of the kids. The boy is completely unfazed. In fact, he's smiling, going, "Wow, that's a lot of blood," as Dr. Grant steps into the shot and pulls them all to frame. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Our screen time, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Isn't that crazy? If you take a picture of, we're now entering Panama. There was an entire town here at one point. The kaiju, known as Godzilla, came from the ocean and smashed all of it. It's all gone, as you can see, long gone. But there is evidence of that day. We don't want that because we love our cows, and it's really hard to get a barbecue down there after the fact.
Wait, this is a foot.
American Godzilla, as you can see from the footprints, have 3 toes. Japan Godzilla has 5 toes. If you ever Google Earth KUALOA Ranch, you can actually see these and a few more footprints from outer space. Anybody fan of Zac Efron?
Yep.
Always the ladies, always the ladies. Move the hands, come on. I called him Captain 12-pack, am I right? He was out here making a movie and making myself uncomfortable in my current, abdomen situation. The movie is called Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and they're challenged by their girlfriends to use those quads up the hilltop right over there. So spending in time is the actual height achieved by the stunting. Look how cool that is. I've done a lot of crazy stunts in my career as well, and every now and then, especially on a beautiful day today, I look at that, I laugh, and I think to myself, man, I could totally jump that hill with this bus. One day, folks. We're about to phase the buses out. My boss keeps chopping in, so it might happen. Watch YouTube. Called LAKEY. Anybody want to guess the name of that restaurant? What's the restaurant in 51st Dates? KUALOA Cafe. So, you got to know the family. Hanai is Ohana, and to honor that relationship, when he made this movie, he put the name of their restaurant in the film. The real restaurant is 17 minutes north. Looks nothing like the set, but the food is amazing. It's a breakfast place. It's takeout now. They haven't recovered since COVID, but you guys, $10 million. We're now driving through Africa. Academy Award-winning actor Brendan Fraser rode an elephant from the movie Trudge and Jungle here for 4 days. You can see a picture on the left-hand side. Now, every time you guys watch a movie, a TV show, a commercial, or music video, if you suspect the movie is taking place here, the mountains will always give it away. Now, for example, on the left-hand side is a natural rock formation featured in George of the Jungle as the 2 kissing gorilla heads. You see them facing each other? This rock formation shows them in all kinds of different things, but more notably, it was in Wind Talkers and in Jurassic Park, where the kids are behind the log watching the T-Rex eat the other dinosaur. 2, 1, and there it is. Feel that? That's the wind coming from the ocean. Our mountains here are very tall. This one here is 1,955 feet above sea level. When the storms come here to the valley, it forms a giant wind tunnel, and that's how the city of Atlantis was destroyed. I think you guys saw at our last stop that giant gorilla skull was tied down. Last year, we had a storm come through our valley, and some of the bones from the last stop ended up in the ocean, directly without a living. That's how bad the weather gets here. This set, however, survived from 32 to the mysterious island. Dwayne Johnson is very loved here at KUALOA Ranch, not because he's British famous or good looking. I'm sure that doesn't hurt. Well, it's actually based on how he conducts himself while he's here. Big dog as he is, he's kind, courteous, considerate, just a genuine human being full of aloha. Because of that, the family Hanai him to Ohana adopted him as family. Dwayne is so loved, he's one of the only guys I know that can drive his own personal vehicles on his property pretty much anytime he wants. I can't even do that. Speaking of Ohana, we have the marquee sign for finding Ohana, and we had to wait for some more traffic over here. This is the Hawaiian version of the Goonies. The children in the movie, mentioned us by name, they arrive on the highway down below, trespass on the property, come up the road into this valley, looking for lava tubes and caves to explore. That's how prepared from earlier today. So, being from Hawaii, working in Hollywood, I don't live there. I lived there for a little while. I tried it out. It wasn't for me. So I fly back and forth. I call that my 6-hour commute to work. So a lot of times my colleagues, when they find out I'm from Hawaii, guess where everybody wants to go on vacation, we're not shooting a movie, guess whose house they want to stay at. I have a lot of experience driving my colleagues around sharing stores, and I recognize that a lot of the scenes in the film were very familiar to me. And so she revealed that, yep, it was basically on what she knew, and I was horrified to discover that one of the characters in the film was actually based on herself. So if you guys watch Finding Ohana, I want you to look for the grandpa. So I was kind of upset about that because I'm not a grandpa, but she thought it was hilarious. She said, well, that's you in 25 years. I said, that eccentric old Hawaiian man? She's like, yeah, that's you. So when I told her I was here at the ranch, she asked me about sharing that story with you folks. In case you hadn't seen the movie, that perhaps you might consider watching it. She wants you to know that the time she spent on this island, in this area right here, how it deeply affected her as a person, as a creator. She had one final thing for me to tell you. As you look at the ocean here, beautiful mountain, she wants you to know, when you watch Finding Ohana, it's a love letter to my beautiful island. She also said that if you hate the movie, then you complain to me, because even though I had nothing to do with it, apparently the whole thing is like,
I think we're done.
we're making our way back now.